The strategic sword is one of my favorite weapons in Where Wins Me. This fighting style or martial arts can be unlocked early on in the game. In this video, I'm going to showcase the skills and where and how to unlock this specific martial arts style. The strategic sword specializes in bleeding, so we have our left click attack here, and then our skill Q, which is a multi-hit, and then it also applies bleeding, and once you get 5 stacks on the enemy, it will also explode the bleeding. And then we have our special skill right here. Can also be pressed twice, also applies bleeding, but it consumes endurance. So this is a class you want to play if you're good at parrying, but not too much with dodging, because the skills also consume a lot of your dodging. And then if we hold R, this charge skill also applies bleeding. And then at the end of that charge skill, you also get iframes. So let me show you that real quick. Alright, we hold R, iframe, special skill to trigger the bleeding, and then that is our, and then we have our Q skill next. One full combo, and then special skill once again, and then charge skill. We have 5 stacks, so we want to trigger that special skill. Alright, nice. And then Q skill again. Pretty much it, right? So now that you know the basic skills of a strategic sword, I'm going to show you guys some gameplay of a no-hit damage against a legendary difficulty or the hardest difficulty of the challenge Abyss mode. To unlock, let's press H, then we go down to the strategic sword and we click obtain, and then we can see and we can track it from the mini map or the big map right here. I'll zoom in more, and it's located in this side of the region. And then once you get to that spot, there will be a place where you can place a long dragon key, and then over here the dragon key, you put the key inside, and then a door will open to the dungeon where you can steal the martial art style for strategic sword. However, if you don't have any of these keys, you can also obtain some from the outposts around the world. Just click on these red towers and you can see them as a first clear reward. Once we're inside, we're going to be stealth automatically. You can actually knock out these NPCs if you have the skill for it, but we don't have the skill right now because we just rushed through this area as fast as we can. So for the first part, you're going to wait for this pack to align and sync together. So we're going to fast forward it a little bit because they take a while. So right here, you'll see that they will sync together soon. So this is your chance. When they're synced like this, you walking backwards sync, you want to go up. So once we go up, we have another NPC. This is the final NPC that you need to dodge. That's pretty much it for this one. So very easy to learn to strategic sword without any of the special knocking out skill, as long as you play stealthily. This NPC will walk up to the right corner, and then once he reaches the right corner, he's gonna turn to his right. So we want to move up towards down the ramp to his left side, so that will be his blind spot. And then once he turns around, we go to the left again, and then that's it. We are pretty much at the spot where you can learn the strategic sword and skill steal, the special martial arts skill. So for this one, all you have to do is press F or whatever button it is if you're playing on controller. Every time the yellow glow appears. If it's blue like that, you don't press it. But if it is yellow, you can press it in time. So you only have like a minute and a half maybe. So we press F, 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 and then blue F. See, it's pretty easy to learn after a while, but you have multiple attempts, so I wouldn't worry about failing too much, but you should be able to get it down very much easily. So good luck on getting the skill, and congratulations on learning the strategic sword skill. I think it's pretty cool that you could steal skills in this way and you're not forced to join the specific sect, but if you do want to join the specific sect for it, you can also do that through the options menu. Now to fully unlock the strategic sword, you have to go to this side of the map, talk to this elder, and then he's going to tell you to go to a quest, so talk to the quest board after this, and then he's going to talk to this side of the map. So you want to get kidnapped here, so you just do the quest line, and then you're going to get kidnapped by bandits, and then you're going to get sent into the night market. So we go up the roof over here, and then the next thing you know, you fight them a little bit, and then you're in the night market. So from here on out, you want to change the time to nighttime. So we're going to scroll all the way down to 2100, and then the ghosty place will change into a lively market. So you want to take the teleport right here, and then you unlock the teleport to the night market, and then this horse guy will give you a mask. So you equip this mask, and then you have to equip this mask to talk to any of the market NPCs. So we go straight all the way down this hallway over here until we find this house at the end of the night market. Not this one, there's a sign, this one. And if you go to the left and look up, there's going to be an NPC in the ceiling. So you talk to this NPC and you buy the book, the first book, Unknown Old Book. So if you buy all the books, you'll eventually learn the Inner Way Sword Horizons skill. So I tried buying 10, it didn't work, and then I bought the whole thing, and then all 30, and then after this we've managed to learn the Sword Horizons skill. So now that you've learned the Sword Horizons skill, we can now actually use the full version of the strategic sword with follow-up attacks. So after equipping it on your passive trait, you can now press R and then R after for a follow-up attack after you're holding R skill. And then your key skill can also be pressed twice. And then your special skill can also be pressed twice, as long as you have the endurance for it. So here we are going to do a Q skill again. So you see that there's a follow-up, and then Q and the special and special. So we'll do special and special here again. Special and then special. Special, special. So it's very, very convenient. And that should be it for the strategic sword guide. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to like and subscribe. Share with your friends, and I hope you enjoy one of the strongest sword masteries of the game.